Yo, what it is, man? Thugalo Marco, aka 777, sending love, light, and positivity to everyone who's watching this video. And today's video topic is, can you have a girlfriend on semen retention? So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. I got more content coming in 2021. Without further ado, let's dive into it, alright? So, yes, you actually can have a girlfriend on semen retention, alright? In a relationship, you gotta have communication with your woman. Communication is very key, all right? Basically, you got to tell her what you're doing it for and how it benefits you as a man. Because I want you to understand, a lot of women don't even know what really celibacy or semen retention really is. So when you actually tell her that you're about to go and practice this, she's going to ask you, what is it? And you got to tell her that our ancestors used to actually practice celibacy for a certain amount of time so they can focus on themselves, focus on their body, focus on their health, mentally, etc. You know, because semen retention has a lot of benefits, okay? So you got to give her the whole full rundown so she can have a clear understanding of what you are doing for yourself and the relationship, okay? So, after you gave her a breakdown on what semen retention really is, you gotta tell her that you won't be having any sexual intercourse for a certain period of time, okay? Depending on how long you plan on going celibate, okay? So you gotta tell her y'all ain't gonna be fucking or none of that, you feel me? Now, we gonna get to that part in a little bit. But you gotta tell her that y'all not finna necessarily be fucking. Y'all gonna be focusing on yourselves, building each other up. And you gonna set a date of how long you finna be celibate, you feel me? She can even be celibate with you in this relationship. Y'all both could say, okay, for 3 months, we're not going to have sex. But hold on. Most women can't necessarily go celibate for, you know, that much amount of time because they so sexual, you get what I'm saying? So aside from that, you can't get your woman, if you can get her to go celibate with you, do it. But we talking about for the man, okay? You basically got to tell your woman you're going to do it for about maybe 30 days. 60 days, 3 months, you feel me? Set a date so she can know how long you guys aren't going to be fucking, okay? You're not going to be sliding your meat inside of her, okay? Moving on. Now, I know some females gonna watch this video and say to themselves, damn, no sex? Yeah, I know my bad. Yeah, I know it may be hard because women are very sexual in nature, but it's a good thing for y'all relationship because this will put both of you guys to the test. It will help you guys build a stronger connection without intercourse. So when you finally decide to have sex with your partner, the sex will be much more pleasurable and emotional, and you'll feel much better, okay? Both of you guys will feel much more close and affectionate on a spiritual, mental, and physical level, okay? So, as a man, this will show you if the woman you're dealing with is really worth your time and willing to go through this process with you. As a man, if the woman ain't trying to submit to you and get with your program, find a woman who will, okay? There's a woman out there who will submit to you and do it unconditionally because she genuinely likes you. Now, men, just because you aren't having sex with your female don't mean you can't please her, okay? I had to go ahead and throw that in there because a lot of women gonna be like, damn, I'm not gonna get no dick or none of that from my boyfriend or whatever you want to call it. If you messing with him, whatever. So I wanted to put this together and let y'all know some shit. Yeah, just because your man ain't fucking you, that don't mean he still can't pleasure you and do certain things to you, okay? I'm finna go into that because I know women, they need some, you know, every so often, you feel me? Women cannot go celibate like a man. It's not necessarily in their nature, but I'm not saying a woman can't, but because a woman, believe it or not, this journey taught me that women are way more sexual than me, bro. And men are sexual, don't get me wrong, but a woman, bro, like, a woman think about sex 24/7, all right? A man do too, but a man only gonna be thinking about sex so much as if he watch porn and masturbate and play with himself all day. That's the only way you as a man gonna be thinking about sex all day, every day, is if you not on your grind, G. But when you on your grind, you focusing on paper and shit. A woman, grinding or not, she think about how she can suck a nigga meat, how she can get cramp from the back, tonguing down, choked, etc., okay? So, moving on. I'm about to go over a couple of things you can do to please your woman while you are abstinent or celibate for a certain period of time, okay? Number one, eat her pussy, okay? Very key. You can do this with your female. This will pleasure her, okay? And it has some benefits. I'm gonna go ahead and read it for y'all. There are spiritual and physical benefits to this. You could do it to her multiple times a day while you're abstinent for a certain period of time. So I just said this. You can pleasure her by doing that. And you as a man, you know you ain't got no business to be fucking because you made a vow and told yourself you was gonna go celibate so you could focus on your health, your mental spaceship, your physical, you feel me? So you ain't gonna be necessarily putting it inside her and fucking her and nothing, you feel me? But you can eat her pussy multiple times a day, you feel me? Me, if I did that or had me a little female, I would be doing that while I'm practicing celibacy, you feel me? Because I get some pleasure just pleasing a woman. And then on top of that, you're pleasing her without necessarily fucking, and that's okay, okay? Moving on. The sexual energy women have is an elixir for us men. Eating pussy has a lot of vitamins like C1 and C4, which is very essential for the body. This also benefits her as well. It helps improve digestion, stimulates the electrical charges of the cell wall. It also helps improve the functioning of kidneys, okay? Now, disclaimer, men, don't just do this to any female. If you want the maximum benefits for you and her, make sure your female is in good health, working on her body, and spiritual just like you. Now, before I move on, I know some females gonna probably watch this shit like, damn, I be eating meat, this, that, and the third. And I'm not trying to target y'all. I'm just telling y'all the truth and the reality of, you know, why you got to be in good health. You got to be working on yourself. You feel me? And you got to be spiritual. But certain females going to watch this and be like, oh, I'm not spiritual. Does that mean my pussy is not going to be the best or the wettest? I'm not saying that. But if you go vegan and you're spiritual and you're working on your physique, your temple, it will be much more wetter, okay? And much more better for both of you guys because you're taking care of your body, okay? Your body is a machine, and what you do every day affects the fluids inside your body, okay? So if you eating meat, you ain't necessarily taking care of yourself. Your pussy may not be as wet as you think it is. Some of y'all be eating meat, eating fast food, and y'all think y'all got that wet. But I promise you, if you become spiritual, you work on your body, and you're in good health, you'll notice shit way more wetter. It might even taste way better to you. It might not even smell a certain way no more, because I'm telling you, this meat that y'all be eating is really detrimental. But we're gonna dive into that. Let me continue on. All right, because if your female is spiritual, she takes care of her temple and eats healthy. Most likely she will be vegan. So you understand, you are what you eat. So if your female takes care of herself and she is eating right, her fluids that you intake will have more vitamins, okay? Believe it or not, if your female is vegan, her pussy will taste much more better and it will be much more wetter than a female who eats fast food and meat. All vitamins and minerals she gets from going vegan or plant-based will give you more benefits because plants hold light, information, and energy. So when you're down there, all that energy she has within her is getting transferred to you. Meat has no energy or information, and it may make it smell or not get as wet like it's supposed to. My bad, I'm stuttering. So yeah, basically the reason I'm telling men, if you want the maximum benefits, because you gotta understand, you're down there, you're eating her fluids, okay? You're eating her divine energy or elixir, okay? So whether she eat meat or not, I'm telling you, as a spiritual person, a man who's spiritual, takes care of his health, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. He loves himself. He takes care of himself. He treats his temple like it's supposed to be treated. He's not putting anything bad necessarily. And overall, you in good health. The reason I'm saying this is because, bro, the female, depending on how healthy the female is, the more benefits she will receive herself and the more benefits you will receive from taking her fluids. Now, if you eating a female who not necessarily healthy, who don't work on her body, she eat fast food all day, she probably smoke weed all day, just overall not taking care of her temple, then you eating her pussy, it'll not give you the most benefits for you and her. You feel me? So this is why I'm telling y'all, as a man, you gotta make sure your woman's spiritual. When I get my little set of spiritual women in my circle, they all gonna be vegan, just like me. You feel me? Because everything in life is energy. And if she not on the same like energy level as you not gonna receive the benefit. She might not, her fluid might not have that much vitamins in it, because you are what you eat. So if your female eating meat and shit, she eating fast food, shit that got grease, oils, no real vitamins, just bullshit. She eat meat, she smokes, she don't work on her body. So the fluid she giving you and you taking, you not getting the full benefits. And it may not taste as good because you are what you eat. So if you eating bullshit, the juices from your pussy gonna be bullshit. Now, one thing I wanna say, I'm not telling you as a woman to be vegan. I'm just telling you some shit that will help you down there and help the relationship. Because for me, a lot of niggas don't want to eat pussy because some of y'all shit be smelling kind of like wishy-washy sometimes. And it ain't y'all fault. It's the food y'all eat. Y'all probably don't really be fucking like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all healthy. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all. But if you change your diet up sometimes, eat more plants and shit, drink more water, you know, change some of the shit that you eat and do, it will taste better and smell better, okay? A lot of the shit that be happening inside of y'all, men and women, the way y'all be smelling this shit, it be from the foods that y'all be eating, bruh. I hope y'all know that. So yeah, this is what I'm telling y'all. If you a spiritual man, get you some spiritual females or a spiritual female who vegan just like you. Her shit gonna be way wetter. It's gonna have more vitamins and minerals, all types of greatness. You feel me? You're taking her energy, bruh. It's gonna help you as well. Believe that, all right? Moving on. So, when you are down there, all that energy she has within her is getting transferred to you. I just mentioned that. When you eating it, you're transferring the energy, dog. That's why I'm telling y'all to go vegan, etc., or try to eat much healthier, all right? Another thing you can do, number 2, finger her, okay? Now, believe it or not, I'd rather you finger your female than let her do it herself. Because I want you to understand, when you do it yourself as a female, you programming your mind to think that it's actually a man doing it for you. This is why when a man tries to finger you or some shit, it don't feel the same, because you have subconsciously programmed your mind to think that it's actually a man doing it. That's why I be telling like females in general, stop doing that shit. You feel me? You programming yourself to think that there's actually an individual, a boy right there. So when he do it, it may not turn you on like it's supposed to. But if you stop and you deprogram your brain from doing that shit, when a man actually get the, you feel me? It's gonna feel much better. You gonna actually, you might nut, you might get more wetter. You get what I'm saying? Facts. Number 2, make out with her. That's something you can do. That's something you gonna naturally do whether you fucking or not. But I'm just throwing that out there. You can make out with your female while you abstinence, you know, while fingering her, you know, giving her some pleasure, giving you some type of pleasure. You gotta understand, we just going over things you could do while you're abstinent to keep your female occupied while she's not getting no real meat from you. You feel me? Facts. Last but not least, you can actually have sex with her. But if you have discipline, you can actually do it without releasing, but that takes practice and time to learn how to do it, all right? So I made a video on how to last longer in bed. There's certain things you could do. Like my ancestors, we used to, when we have sex with our queens or goddesses, it wasn't about us. Like, you feel me? We get pleasure from pleasing them. You get what I'm saying? So we used to practice having sex, exchanging each other's energy, but not releasing our divine sacred energy out. You feel me? So it took extreme practice and discipline to get to this level. But once we learned how to channel that life force energy whenever we felt like we was gonna nut, yeah, this could be one of the ways that you do that. But I'm just giving y'all a suggestion. Most people, when they start no fap or semen retention, you're not gonna be able to necessarily have sex without nutting. It takes time and practice. But if you a nigga who's been working on certain exercises in your body on how to last longer and stuff like that, you could do that if you really built like that. You feel me? I feel like all men should work on having sexual practices, not necessarily sexual practices, but things to help you better in bed. You know what I'm saying? Because a nigga who can fuck his female for 30 minutes and her pussy wet and he capable of bringing his energy back into his body without nothing, you'll keep the female hooked on you. You get what I'm saying? Because I want you to understand, like, most females, when they fuck a nigga, they nut, whether it be long or short. So when you actually deal with a nigga who's capable of fucking, and when he feel like he about to nut and your shit really fire, and he could just stop and bring that energy out and keep going and not necessarily nutting and keep it moving, that female gonna be like, wow. And then every time y'all fuck, she gonna want to make sure she please you every time. So this is why I'm telling men, you gotta practice how to last longer and shit, bruh. So the sex will be more exciting, because females is very sexual, dog. If they can't, one way a woman gonna prove herself to you is in the bedroom. If she can't, you feel me? If she can't prove herself to you in any other thing in this life, she'll try to prove herself who she really is to you in the bedroom, all right? So it's very key that you learn certain things about sex and stuff like that, and how to last long, etc. All right, let's move on. Anyways, most likely you would only be doing those things in the meantime until you're ready to break your streak. So that was just a couple things I was gonna go over to keep your female occupied in that moment. But the whole goal of this is just to build a stronger connection with your female while you're abstinent from having sex with her. You feel me? That's what the whole shit is about. You feel me? I went over a couple things you could do with your female to keep her occupied until you're ready to release or have sex. You get what I'm saying? So anyways, that was the video. Y'all stay tuned for more content. We done did 3 uploads for y'all today. Anyways, Thugalo Marco, I'm out, gang.